Okay, so we've got like a really interesting situation brewing here
Yeah.
in the UEFA Europa League,
Right.
UEL, with this upcoming match between Bodø Glimt, the Norwegian champs,
Yeah.
and Israel's Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Right.
So
Really interesting matchup.
it's kind of like asking a team to play like a championship level game right
Yeah.
smack in the middle of their off
Or the middle of their off season.
and we've got a ton of like articles and stats that you've provided.
Yeah.
So let's kind of dive into why this face-off is so interesting.
Yeah, the really cool thing about this is that for Bodø Glimt, this isn't just like a one-time scheduling quirk, right? This is like a recurring challenge they face in European competitions because their domestic league runs on that spring to fall schedule.
Okay.
So when the UL knockout stages heat up in the spring, they're essentially coming out of hibernation.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like not even just about shaking off some rust. It's about like competing at peak performance when like your body and mind might be programmed to
be resting.
Yeah, to like chill.
Yeah, exactly. And the data you shared shows like a clear pattern with them. The past 2 years, they've like dominated the group stages of the UEL and its little sister, the Conference League.
Right.
That's basically the third tier
of
European club competition.
Right.
But both times they've hit a wall in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which happen to fall right when they're supposed to be winding down.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And the results from like their recent friendlies aren't exactly encouraging.
No.
3-0 against Sparta Prague, 3-2 against Dusseldorf.
Not great.
Yeah, that's got to sting a bit, right?
Well, those losses, they raise questions about their match fitness and their tactical cohesion, at this point in the year.
Right.
And it's worth noting that those weren't against like top tier opponents.
Right.
So
it makes those results even more concerning.
A little bit, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, we have Maccabi Tel Aviv, who are, shall we say, a bit of an enigma.
Yes.
They're sitting outside the top 24 in their domestic league.
Yeah.
Yet they just pulled off like a decisive win, and they're aiming to crack the top 16, the UEL, which is the knockout stage for those keeping score at home.
Right into the knockout stage,
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and if they can manage to reach that top 16, it means a chance to play against some of the biggest clubs in Europe and potentially have a deep run in the tournament.
Wow.
So that's a pretty big incentive for them.
Yeah.
And we can't overlook their recent UEL form, particularly their impressive 3-1 away win against Turkish powerhouse Beşiktaş.
Wow. Yeah, that was a statement win for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so both teams are hungry.
Absolutely.
Both have points to prove.
Yeah.
But for very different reasons.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're set for a potentially dramatic showdown.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of drama, let's talk about some of the individual players who could light things up.
Yeah.
You highlighted Bodø's Patrick Berg.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
I mean, the guy's on fire.
Yeah.
You sent over some incredible stats.
Yeah.
In his last 7 games, he's either scored or assisted in 5 of them.
Yeah.
With 4 goals to his name. He just seems like the kind of player who thrives under pressure, too.
That's a good observation. And, it's not just about the goals.
Right.
His overall contribution to Bodø's attack is crucial.
Yeah.
He dictates the tempo, finds those killer passes. He even tracks back to help defensively.
Wow.
Real engine for the team.
Yeah. And then for Maccabi, we can't ignore Wesley Patati.
Oh, no.
The stats you gave us are almost unbelievable.
Yeah.
11 goal contributions in his last 13 appearances.
Impressive.
With 7 goals and 4 assists.
He's a goal machine.
Talk about a goal machine. Is this typical for him? Or is he like exceeding even his own high standards?
It's a bit of both, actually.
Wow.
Patati has always been like a talented attacker.
Right.
But this season, he's really blossomed.
Okay.
And I think Maccabi's tactics seem to be playing to his strengths. Give him more space to operate, allowing him to cut inside and unleash those powerful shots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 2 red-hot players going head-to-head.
Yeah.
Which is exciting enough.
That's exciting.
But then, there's this hot stat that really caught my eye.
Oh, yeah.
5 of Maccabi's last 7 UEFA games have seen both teams find the back of the net. So does that suggest that this match could turn into like a goal fest?
It's definitely a possibility.
Right.
Both teams have really potent offenses, and Bodø will be playing at home, where they tend to be even more aggressive.
Okay.
On the other hand, they've also shown some defensive vulnerabilities recently, which could play right into Maccabi's hands.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so what does this all mean?
Well,
will Bodø overcome their off-season struggles
right.
and the pressure of those high expectations?
Yeah.
Or will Maccabi just ride their momentum and Patati's scoring prowess to victory?
You know, it's a tough one to call.
Yeah.
But what I find most interesting about this match is the bigger picture. It kind of paints. Right. You know how scheduling can significantly impact a team's performance on the international stage?
Yeah.
Especially for teams from colder climates like Norway, where the natural rhythm of the season is just so different.
That's a really intriguing point.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder how much of Bodø's past struggles in the knockout stages are down to talent.
Yeah.
And how much is just simply down to the timing of those games.
Yeah, for sure.
Something for you to ponder as you watch the match.
Exactly.
Can Bodø use their home advantage to shake off that off-season rust?
Yeah.
Or will Maccabi's hot streak, fueled by Patati's incredible form, just be too much to handle?
Yeah, who knows?
We'll be watching closely to see how it all unfolds.
For sure.